Here at Grossmünster is the heart of the Reformation in Switzerland. The debates between Martin Luther and Zwingli were very heated and mostly centered around stuff we don't even think about anymore, about the nature of God. Can God be everywhere or just in a place if he had a physical body? I don't know if I know the full answer to that, but I know that in this very place, regular folk had the audacity to speak up against a church that was taking people for granted and let people know that grace is grace, forgiveness is forgiveness, and no amount of paying for it or particular activities or rites could ever change that. So let the bells ring in celebration of speaking out and speaking up for the liberation and love of God for all. On the other side of town, we stopped by Bruder Klaus Catholic Church. Bruder Klaus, in addition to being my 15th great grandfather, is one of the many reformers inside the Catholic Church, many of whom tried to be monastics or hermits that ended up, through their ordinary lives, their miraculously ordinary lives, transforming the Catholic Church from within. All of them arguing that money shouldn't be the driving force of who gets saved and who's allowed in the church. It didn't stick in the same way, but from the perspective of where I'm standing in 2023, the difference is that they were fighting for in the Reformation have all almost come to be in the Catholic Church as well. And it's important to remember we're not as different as we think we are. There might be differences in who's allowed to stand on which side of an altar or take communion, but other than that, the things we believe about God are relatively similar. So on this Reformation Day, I invite you to imagine the ways you would love to reform and change the church and make it more connected to everyday folk, particularly the poor. Take care, everybody.